Good day, merry meet. My name is Glennis and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. And if you are new here, well, a very, very warm welcome. I hope that, of course, I always hope that you subscribe and hit that notification bell when I do upload. I have been so crazy busy. It's been nuts. And you know what? That's a really good thing. It keeps me out of trouble, or at least that's what they tell me. And if you're a returning subscriber, oh my goodness, I just, I'm so thankful you are here. I want to thank you for hanging in there with me. Like I said, my life has been crazy busy, and I always keep hoping, maybe things will slow down to where I could devote more time to YouTube. But the reality is that I don't think it's going to happen, at least not for a very long time. So I'm just going to have to rededicate myself to YouTube. And but anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to be answering a few questions, and I am hoping that I can answer it to each and every one of you's satisfaction. I'm going to go with actually the easier ones, because one is kind of, I'm afraid I'm going to get off on a tangent here and there. You guys know how I do, and I hate doing it, so I'll try to keep it. I will try so hard to keep it focused. But I've had one person ask me about charging talismans, and I am sure that they are or have asked because of the couple of videos that I uploaded last week. They asked me, do I charge for myself or for clients, or whatever? And the bottom line is yes and yes. Now, the one that I was charging, that I asked for Hecate for a little bit of extra protection, is for myself. And I've had a couple of things happening that are not so positive, that I can't magically put my finger on and dole out justice, so to speak. So I've taken a kinder, gentler approach, and I charged a talisman for myself. And it is, I finally got my Moldavite pendant, but with that I added a Herkimer diamond on top of it. So I charged this and asked Hecate for a little bit of extra protection when my eyes, my ears cannot be in another place. And I know Hecate will, let's see, how can I put this kind and gentle? I know that she will take care of business. If anyone even thinks that they are going to do terrible, awful things, well, I will let her exact her own revenge. And as I've said before, she can dole it out double, triple that I ever could. And I'm going to just leave her at that, because I feel like I have this very, very strong connection with Hecate. And I feel, working with her and giving her offerings, living the kind of mundane and magical life that I feel that she would give a tip of her hat and say, yeah, that whatever it is that I ask, if I am right and just in my ask, that she will provide for me. There you go. So, and as far as my clients are concerned, of course, I can always go out and shop for a talisman for you and, consecrate it and, all of that, and get it to you. And of course, I accept talismans here, charge, consecrate, and I always ask, if you're going to send me a talisman, what is the one thing that you need from it? And of course, I expect all of my clients to be realistic, but what is the one thing that you really truly need and want and desire from it? And I received a response from that particular person, and at that point it is up to me who to call upon, who to send to this particular person that the talisman is going to. The person that I chose for the other talisman that I charged and consecrated and worked on, I'm not going to get into specifics because that's their personal information, but I'm hoping, and I'm working with the deity that I've sent to her, and it has actually opened up my own eyes to several different deities. And I'm kind of getting off on the subject here, and my apologies, but don't dispel or kind of go, oh, that's a lower level demon. I don't work with lower level demons. I only work with the top shelf. Or, I don't work with this goddess and I work with that one. The reality is that lower level demons and different deities that you may not have heard of, that you may not be aware of, those are the deities and the lower level demons and things like that that you want to look at, because those are the ones that are back there going, here I am. Here I am. I would love an offering. I'd love to connect with you. And so for me to connect with this person, and that's how I think of them, is a person has only enriched my life and my practice, and I'm hoping that is going to enrich that person's life. So don't ever just say, oh, that's, I'm not familiar with that. Learn as much as you can, because some deities you do want to bring into your life. So I'm going to just leave it at that, but they can enrich your life in more ways than you ever dreamt. And, if you think things are going bad, they can turn things around for you. So have faith and go with it. But someone has asked me about Moldavite care. Now, it just so happens the talisman, not only this one, but the other one that I charged and was working with on my other video that you could see anyway, it was Moldavite. And Moldavite, now if you want to bring it into your home and cleanse it like I did, cleanse it and work with it and charge it, of course, that's totally fine. But on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year, once you have your Moldavite, it should not necessarily need to be cleansed. It will not, it absolutely will not soak up any negativity. And you might think, well, why is a talisman, what makes it Moldavite so valuable in a talisman? Well, it won't soak up negativity, but the high vibrations, and I mean high vibrations, that Moldavite gives you, which is why, some people can wear Moldavite, an hour or two, break it in, take it off, and, kind of do the chill thing, because it is very, very high vibrational. I don't have my Moldavite earrings in. I do have this, and I have been wearing this for a little while this morning. It is not bothering me so far. so far. Now, when I wear my Moldavite earrings, that's when it kind of, starts to become too much for me. But Moldavite is, again, is just so vibrational that there's nothing that is going to glom onto it, soak into it, or anything like that. So, I mean, this one I always wear when I am in actual physical practice. This one I'm going to wear for my protection. And I personally, I know of some people who will throw, if you can imagine, throw their Moldavite in their tub. I personally don't feel like it's necessarily to bathe in my Moldavite, and I certainly don't feel it's necessary to put this in water. So there you go. And I hope that answers your question. Now, I do have a question from someone, and I'm going to read this to you. I'm hoping I can find it again. It says, this morning, I was going to ask a question on your last video. I hear and read mixed messages of trust the universe, it has your back, or in divine timing. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Trust the universe, it has your back. And of course the question goes on, and I will read the rest of it, but I want to kind of take this. To me, in my very humble opinion, and in my very experience, you will, I don't know at what point in your practice, in your life, I don't know, you will have that answer. You will have the epiphany. It will come to you. It will come to you. The epiphany that comes will give you incredible confidence in yourself and your abilities. So now I have not heard any of these phrases that this person has put on here, and that being trust in the universe, it has your back. To me, this is just to me, I am my own universe. So I guess in that essence, I do have my own back. I have spoken with you guys about intuition, meditating, working on your third eye, working on your chakras. And I've tried, some of you are easier than others. And I've tried taking you, kicking and screaming, some of you, along this path, balancing your chakras, working with your third eye, working with your spirit guide, working with deities, lower level demons, and things like that. You are your own universe. When you meditate and working with your third eye, working with your spirit guide, your intuition will mature. I guess you could say mature, because it's always there. I know of some people that, they tell you, I have no intuition. Everyone has intuition. It's just a matter of learning to work with it, learning, really more importantly, learning not to ignore it. There have been once or twice in my life that I have ignored my intuition, and to this day, I'm still sorry that I ignored my intuition. So anymore, in my opinion, I am my own universe. So yes, I trust in the universe, because I know that I'm going to do what is the best thing for me. I'm going to listen to my intuition. My universe is telling me. I've created my own universe. So by walking your path, you are creating your own universe. I hope that you guys can kind of understand how I'm expressing that. I think if you sat and you meditated on it for a little while, it would come to you. You are creating your own universe. You may be working with crystals, candles, herbs, oils, different things like that. Right here is your universe. I was very, very good friends with someone several years ago, and they were concerned, and they expressed their concern to me about the stability of their job. Now, bear in mind, I was in their home. I didn't have any of my tools. I had virtually nothing but my hands. And, you know, I told them, I said, you know, it's going to be okay. And they walked out of the room. And that was when I took their laptop. And of course, their work is kind of, you know, integrated with their laptop, because at that time, I think they were training from home 1 day a week. And I'm sure probably in the past couple of years, they've been maybe doing it from home. I guess. I don't know. I've kind of lost contact with them. But I had maybe 5-10 minutes with their laptop and laid hands on their laptop and asked every spirit guide that I had in my presence, every deity that I had in my presence. And I knew that there was deities in my presence at that point, because I had had several experiences in that same home, physical experiences in that home. And I just asked every single one of them to give them stability in that particular job, because I'm feeling like it was a pretty good job. And I kind of lost contact with that person. But then I did a little bit of research, and I see where they have been able to buy themselves a new car, and they're doing very, very well. And I'm so happy about that. But that kind of reinforces that I think that they probably found the stability that they were looking for. But yeah, you are your own universe. You should, after years and years of workings, no matter what it is that you do, you should have that power within you at all times. There have been many, many times over the course of my life that I have done things that I probably shouldn't have. I didn't have a single herb in my hand, a single oil, candle, nothing, except for my will and asking deities to go forth and to exact revenge and justice on behalf of myself. And that's really virtually all you have to do to work in your universe. And I know it sounds kind of complicated, but it's actually really, really quite simple when you think about it. And let's see, what else did they ask me? And of course, I'm going to have to do this again. My apologies. In divine timing, well, we all know about divine timing. I mean, and then no one is going to rescue, so save yourself. Well, in essence, this is your own universe, so you are saving yourself. Or you have to do the work and then wait on the universe. Excuse me. So do you think it is trust the universe or trust yourself? Wait on the universe or do it yourself? I lean towards the yourself camp, but would love to hear your wisdom on it. Looking forward. Well, that's just like I said, you are your own universe. So hone your skills, hone your craft, look like I said, don't necessarily look to, I've got to work with Aphrodite, Isis for love work. There are many other deities to work if in fact it's love work that you're looking for. I very, very often turn to lower level demons to work with, and I find them delightful, just absolutely delightful. They are very kind people, and so that they are absolutely nothing to be afraid of. And as a matter of fact, the majority of them have come to me and introduced themselves to me. And the way I feel about it, they are looking to me to, work side by side with. So you are your own universe. There you go. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that each of you are happy and healthy and doing very, very well. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.